Hi, guys. Welcome to some more Real Talk Dog Talk. I'm Tori.
And I'm Barb.
For those of you who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And if you are a regular listener and or emailer, keep those emails coming in. We love getting them. We like hearing from you.
Yeah, we do.
So, before we get going on the main thing today, I had a phone call the other morning.
Oh, did you?
I did. And it was to you.
Mm-hmm.
You were mad.
You know what? Yeah.
Wasn't even at me this time.
No, and you know what? I gotta quit trusting the dang dogs.
Why? What were you mad about, Tori?
Well, let me just say it was Tito. Okay. First of all, and he had these jug juices that my kid drinks. They're disgusting to me. He loves them. They're great. They're just like 4 different colors. He's decided that instead of putting them away, my son has decided to just leave them on the counter because it tastes better.
Room temperature.
He's full of crap. They're not. He just doesn't want to put them away. But so this has been a thing lately, right? Everybody's adjusting, and apparently Tito has had it, and he will no longer be left out of drinking the jug juices because I would guess probably 10 of them. Not only did he get them down, but emptied them out somehow. Because it wasn't all on the floor. Some of it was. But now we got jug juices all over. I'm still finding them. Thank you, Enzo.
So what did he... So you're thinking he drank them?
He had to have. But how? He's a magician. And I know it was him. Because... he's the only one, because see what happened, I slept on the couch and let them, normally they are getting things like that off the counter. Dishes, he eats my Tupperware, things like that. But the dang jug, and it was gone. There was some red on the carpet. The rest of it was totally, where is it?
He drank it.
Yeah. I mean, but how?
With a straw?
They don't even come with straws anymore. I'm still trying to, and not only am I still trying to figure out how he did it, but where the jugs are.
You know, I did see one little jug thing, those little, I saw one behind your dog food container.
Yeah, well, he probably hid it there. He's like, I'm going to save this one for later. This one's a little extra crunchy. So, no, how about leave it? But no, I have naughty dogs who apparently know how to drink out of jug juices.
And get them off the counter.
Yeah, they were in a box on the counter.
So what happened to the box?
Oh, no, that was there. Still on the counter.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I really, truly have no clue.
So if I recall from that phone call, you also told me that he left one sitting on the floor completely full and intact.
Yes.
Is that
like sitting up? I mean, it wasn't like laying on its side, like, oh, missed one. No. It was almost, I swear he taunts me. I'm telling you, I know he's a dog, but I swear he does things because 1, he knows it's naughty, and 2, I don't know what 2 is, but
I try to be open-minded.
Yeah.
And you and I know you get irritated with me, but I'm just gonna say, seems like he has bad house manners.
I have the naughtiest dogs. I'm a terrible dog owner. What am I doing on this podcast? Okay. let me say, with all of that, they love me and I love them. And, try and get to my kid. Like, you can't. Okay, so. But anyway, yeah, so
the trick here is to actually put it away.
that's what I said. I guess I need to just do it and tell
No.
Daedric. I don't care if it
Make
tastes
him
gross.
do it. Make him do it.
I guess I'll make him do it. No, you know what? I'll do what you did when we were growing up. When we didn't want to do something, you'd take our hand with your hand and do it.
Oh yeah. Mhm. I'd put my arm around your body so we
Yeah.
were together, and then I'd hang on to
Yeah.
your hand, and I'd pick up the thing and put it where it
Yeah.
was supposed to go, and
With
pick
our
up the
hand.
thing and put it where it's supposed
Yeah.
to go with your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that. There we go. Yeah, I'll do that to Daedric if he doesn't want to. All right, come here. We'll do it together.
I'm not sure what he's gonna think of that.
I don't know, but it was so irritating when I don't think I could have rolled my eyes any harder.
Well, you sounded quite angry, and then when you were telling me what happened, I thought it was hilarious.
Well, hindsight, it is kind of funny and impressive, kind of at the same time.
Were there any straws down that he had gotten?
No, I didn't do just the jugs. Just the jugs. Yeah.
Well, you told me you took his water up because it was bedtime.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. Okay.
He still needed a drink.
I guess. Well,
Or 12.
11.
Oh, 11, sorry.
Right, because of the one he left taunting me. So, it's fine. I did want that specific one, actually.
That was the color you like?
Yeah. Thanks, Tito. So.
Okay, so sometimes when I call Tori, I get yelled at, not at so much, but
to.
Yeah, that's right. It's a venting thing.
Now, and, just to interject this, Enzo is going out of his way to be noisy.
He is. He really is today. He is. I've taken things from him. Oh, now he's got a plastic dish he's flipping around as well.
Yeah, with a chewed up pop bottle. So,
Mhm.
So yeah, they're really just okay.
Tori, you got to work with these guys.
Go away.
You have got to work with these
Yeah,
guys.
I do. Yeah, I do.
In your spare time.
Yeah, in my spare time, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So yeah, if it's a little bit noisy, we're trying to not be noisy, but you know what? Enzo doesn't care. Okay.
He thinks he's our boss.
He does seem to think that, but you know what? I got news for you, buddy.
So, okay. I just had to bring that up because you know what? We're not perfect. Our dogs are amazing. Our lives are wonderful.
Yes.
But, things happen.
Yes, I do. That scared the crap out of me.
Enzo doesn't want to share the dog bed.
Yeah, he's just being cranky, that's all.
All right. So actually today I was really wanting to talk about thinking outside the box when you're training your dogs.
Yes.
And, I did do some Googling on it for research, and I didn't really find a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
I think anytime you are working with a dog, you need to keep in mind that even within the same breed, you're going to have different personalities.
Oh, definitely.
And not all dogs respond and learn the same way.
Right.
And even if your end result is the same, if you're a multiple dog owner, even, if you have 2 dogs, 3 dogs that just do everything like they should, it may not be the same method of getting them to that point.
Yes.
And it's really, I found so many trendy terms when I was looking this up that I found to be mostly annoying because it pretty much is the old way of training. They're new words.
Yeah, it's just like they've revamped the vocabulary for it all. to make it seem like a new thing.
I can't learn a new vocabulary. I'm old.
Well, I know, I get it. I ask my kid all the time what certain things mean, and he knows, but I don't.
Well, and you're not even as old as me.
I know. It's crazy. Yeah.
So, I think it's important. There's a few things to keep in mind when you're training a dog. You were telling me that, I'm trying to think how you said it. You said that, I don't know what you were reading, but you said something about actually punishing a dog.
Oh, yes. There is a type of training that, and I just saw this trying to look when I was looking things up for this episode. But it said there's a type of training for negative reinforcement that is pretty much based more off of negative reaction towards negative behavior than positive reinforcement. And I just really, that's awful. Okay. I'm just going to say, I don't like the sound of that. I've not heard of that before, but I just feel like that's just the wrong way to go about it.
Well, I think I'm not really a negative reinforcement. I won't say that my dogs haven't gotten, a little. I think what I use is an empty pop bottle, a plastic one.
Yep.
And I have, given them a little bit of a whomp on the butt when they're being outrageous, and they need a immediate and quick reaction. But I would say 99.9% of the time I try to keep the training and handling of the dogs a positive thing.
Well, and I think too, when like with the pop bottle and things like that, it's almost more of like a distraction than an actual punishment or anything like that, just to kind of get their attention. Like, hey.
Well, it's also the noise.
Right.
The empty plastic bottle makes a little bit of a crack when
Startles
it really isn't doing anything to them.
Exactly.
So it is more of an attention getter. But I think it's really important to keep it fun.
Yes.
Keep it positive. And make sure that you are using the right reward to motivate your dog.
Because again, every dog's different. The reward might not be the same. Someone like let's say Enzo. He's extremely food motivated.
As am I.
Well, you can tell with Enzo. Okay. He's and Tito is very much people motivate. He loves Daytrick and me. So
I would imagine that with being more people oriented, just the affection and praise and positive reinforcement verbally and affectionate is more motivating for him.
It is. Yeah. And of course he's not going to say no to a treat, but also, yeah, he's more than happy with just your attention and positive praises and all the good things. So Enzo, he's like, where is it? Okay, I'm gonna go lay down here if you don't got what you said you'd give me. Okay.
Right. So you want to definitely pick the right reward to motivate your dog.
Yes.
And then sometimes your dogs are a little bit more open and able to, work with different motivators, a toy, a treat, just an affectionate thing. But I think if you're starting off with training at the beginning, you need to find the one thing that works the best for that dog because, yes they're all different. Another thing that I think they, kind of came up a few times in my reading, they referred to real world applications. And I think, you're talking about not non-specific training time, that it's more like just part of your life. Things like possibly, keeping treats in your pocket and randomly, calling your dog in the house. It works on recall kind of as you're doing things around. but you can do things that are not traditional. You know, one thing I read, I'm kind of jumping around today. I'm a little bit scattered with my thoughts, but I found a lot of my reading was kind of scattered.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't really, there was no main idea to thinking outside the box.
Right.
So I just started thinking about how I would do it if I had, let's just say, I have more than one dog.
Yeah. Hypothetically.
Yeah, air quotes.
Yeah.
Air quotes. Hypothetically. Which of course if anyone's been listening, I do have multiple dogs.
Yes.
I just started to write down the way I approach all of my dogs with all their different personalities. And first off, I keep an open mind. I don't try to force my dogs into any one type of training method.
Right.
I pay attention to the needs of the dog as far as learning goes, so that, you know, if you're not looking at what the dog needs, you're not going to give them what they want, which, I mean, seems like common sense, stupid to even say, but you've got to pay attention to what your dog needs.
Yes.
And if you are getting frustrated with a certain method, whether it's not working or your dog isn't understanding it and they're confused or frustrated, don't continue.
Well, right. And that's a good point too, because the training, say your dog is doing fine with the type of training, you don't like it, it's not, whatever it is that you just don't care for. That's not good training either, because that dog's going to sense that you're uncomfortable in whatever way. And then they're going to, that's going to cause its own issues with, I would guess, attention, listening, different things, I'm sure.
Well, if a dog is frustrated and confused, they really aren't in a learning mode.
Right.
They don't know what's going on. I can say for myself, I know clicker training has really gotten to be popular, and that is a method of training that I personally just don't like. If I want to work with my dog randomly on training, I got to go grab my clicker before I can, give commands. it just seems like a nightmare, a headache. I don't even want to deal with it.
Well, I'd lose the clicker. For sure.
Or maybe your dog's going to eat it.
Well, either one, yeah.
But you have to also, not only are you paying attention to what works for your dog as far as frustration and their personalities, but also you have to pick something that you are comfortable doing.
Right.
Because that will raise your frustration level. And then, that's a great, I always am reading little reels, little posts, little whatever's, not reading reels, but about people. But when I'm looking at all these on the internet, and I guess the one thing I really am so impressed when I hear is how the dog has the ability to read us as people.
Yeah.
Our emotions, our energy, our stress level. And if we are forcing ourselves to use a training method that we're not comfortable with, then the dog is going to get that off you. They're going to understand that you aren't happy with this either.
Right.
And I think all training needs to be positive, not just in reinforcement and rewards, but also in the interaction and the connection that you have with your dog.
Right. Yes, exactly. I would agree with that. Well, and everybody's recording their training and stuff too, so you can really see, if you're looking and paying attention to what's going on in the video, you can kind of see where that's happening, and some of the, and I'm not trying to dog on anybody, no pun intended. But you can kind of see where there might be some issues with the, whoever's training, or, maybe there's an issue with the dog that, the person involved isn't quite seeing, it's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's training dogs is really, it's not rocket science.
It's really not. And you can look at, I was looking up different types, I guess, of training, and honestly, it was a lot of the same stuff repeated over and over. And I know we've said that before too, but it's true. I mean, it's not rocket science.
I think it's about patience, and being positive is pretty much it in a nutshell, and persistence.
Got to be consistent. Yeah.
If you're coming upon a problem with something that is either not seeming effective with your dogs, or you're having a tough time conveying, how to get your dog to do it, don't be afraid to research it. I mean, you can always Google things. There's good information and bad information on there. It's worth, looking through and sorting out for some new ideas. You can contact professional trainers, or even, if you have some sort of dog community resource in your area, other people, some people are parts of breed clubs and, dog groups like that.
Yeah.
There's even chats out there. I'm not a fan of chats. I don't really like talking to people in general. I prefer animals.
Same. I talk to them too. So,
so it's, but there are chats out there where you can get other people who also love their pets, some opinions or ideas.
Well, and one thing too, it just came to me, and maybe you've mentioned it before, but even a humane society, they would probably have a list of resources. I would
Some
think.
of them would. Some of the bigger ones, I think, would.
If you're just not sure, and it's a rural area, we're in a rural area, so trainers are few and far between, if there's even any here.
Yeah.
So, that's just another option if you're not quite sure. You could definitely check with them. Maybe they have a number to call.
Well, I think it's important to, don't just, read some new ideas and be like, I'm going to try that. Assess it and see if it's something that will actually suit your dog.
Yeah.
And you.
Right.
Are you laughing at me?
No. I just get this. When you're talking about all these, like, people trying different, I just pictured this, like a little Frenchie or something sitting there with some really happy young lady with this poor dog's in an outfit, and she's like trying a different training every day, and this dog is just happy and wagging and no clue what to do. Why I thought of a Frenchie in a costume, I don't know. Probably because
they always put them in pajamas.
They do. So, yeah, I don't know, but it just, how confusing for just doing that in itself.
Well, yeah, definitely have to apply yourself. I can't imagine anybody getting a dog without some sort of plan for the handling or their daily routine. One thing I was reading about was how important a daily routine is for a dog to, we're talking about training, but also not just training, but you have to think about just house manners, not getting the jugs of juice off the counter and drinking them.
Yeah, well, because, you would think that's kind of a given. But no, I apparently haven't told him no.
Okay. But if you're teaching house manners, a routine is really important. And, let's talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing sleeping on the couch? That wasn't normal.
No, it wasn't.
So you were doing something that was out of your routine.
Mm-hmm.
And so the dogs got the juice jugs down and drank them.
He took full advantage.
Yeah. So I think that is actually a really good example of, not being within their normal evening.
Yeah.
And they thought, party time. And so structure throughout your day is actually super important for dogs to learn, and
Mhm.
then to incorporate the sitting, the laying, the place, and all that. I think that is I think that's a really good tip too, as far as just your daily routine.
And yeah, there was no routine that day, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, yeah,
Crazy day.
it was.
Mhm.
And part of it, he could have been like, you know what, I know with this one she's gonna wake up. This is gonna be the one she's gonna wake up. And then he kept going, and then there was one. And he's like, I'll just leave this here.
She'll never know what was
She'll
me.
never know. One's left, and it's fine. There's no holes. It's okay. But
Well, and here's the thing, you are a very routine person. You are, up at a certain time, you do this, you do this, you do this, you go
Yep.
to bed at a certain time. I mean, you are a very routine person. So on those days that things aren't normal for you, that's when your dogs are mischievous.
Oh, and they are. Okay. They make it count.
These aren't the same dogs that I had posted a picture on the Primo Corso Kennels Facebook where, I don't know, there were white paw prints or mud paw prints on the stove.
Very clear, muddy paw print.
Oh, was
Yeah,
that mud? It
very
was
same.
mud. Okay.
Very same.
Same dog?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Must have also been a rough day.
That's right. Yeah. And who needs sleep anyway? Just forget it. It'll be fine. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
No, you know what I want on my tombstone?
What?
I told you I was tired.
I know. Yeah, and you did. You have. Okay.
Anyhow, so
hide
yeah.
the jug juices.
Well, put them in the fridge.
Oh, okay. 2-day trick. Put the jug juice away. Anyway,
So if you are training your dog, you're in the middle of a session. This is not part of your daily routine. One thing that I'm going to suggest, and I've heard me even say it to you,
mm-hmm.
It's got to be a positive experience. That's
Yes.
my strong feeling.
Yes.
And if you are in the middle of some training with the dog and you're feeling yourself frustrated, whether it's because you got 47 things to do in the next hour, or because the dog isn't listening, or whatever the case may be, where you're feeling some level of frustration, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Stop that training session on a positive note, like tell them something you absolutely are 150% sure that they will do.
Yes.
Like sit, something basic,
Mm-hmm.
lay down or shake.
Yeah.
Give them a treat, tell them how awesome they are, and stop.
Yes.
Stop your training on a very positive, happy note, and just quit for the day, for
Yeah.
that time period. Whether, and pick it up later that night or the next day, and
Yeah.
start off with, a calmer mind where the dog isn't reading that level of frustration. So when you've gotten control of your frustration, things are a little calmer, whether it's a stress thing or whatever the case may be that's creating that frustration, even if the dog was being naughty, just start again with a new session and make it a positive thing. Don't have any frustration in it. And I think you're setting your dog up for success if you're not frustrated and they're not frustrated and confused.
Right.
And as always, make sure to check with your professionals in your area, whether it is, trying to get someone who your vet possibly can refer you to, the internet, or even trainers in your area. Always look for professional help if you really feel like you've hit a brick wall on things and you don't know exactly how to handle a situation. Check with the professionals in your area.
And again, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com. And don't forget to
We hope that you will join us for our next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye.